Your overall aim with the exercise portion of this program is not to be getting out there and burning yourself out with every workout. Your aim is to do just enough that you can get up the next day and do it all over again. You want this to be sustainable. So you want to be exercising just enough to be pumping the lymphatic system effectively, having great digestion, having great circulation, and releasing those happy hormones so that you develop a good relationship with the exercise that you're doing. For some people, increasing the amount of exercise and mobility is really straightforward. They know what sports they enjoy, and it's just a case of rescheduling their time a little bit to make sure that they include more hours of those activities each week. However, for others, it's been a long time since they enjoyed any sort of physical activity, or maybe they've never had any sort of base level of activity or fitness in their life, and the whole task can just seem overwhelming or even really dull. And so what we're going to do in this video is look at 3 mantras, if you like, 3 mantras for how to adopt a sustainable level of exercise in your life. The first of these mantras is fun takes care of motivation. So people ask me, how do you stay motivated? How do you get motivated to go outside and exercise 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week? But my answer to that is it's fun. I only do fun things. I don't do anything that I find boring, and so I'm not thinking about increasing my heart rate to 160 beats per minute, or working on my lactate threshold, or making sure I sweat, or making sure I pump my lymphatic system effectively. I'm not thinking about those things. Instead, I'm just engaging in a fun activity that I love to do. I'm not saying that those other things can't be fun. If you're very much a numbers person and you like data and all of that, then focus on that stuff. That's going to be fun for you. But if you're not into all of that, then think about joining a badminton club. Say at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, your sweat is pouring off you, the games are lively, they're fun. By the end of the session, you're not going to have thought about any of that data stuff that you might find quite boring. If the fact that exercising can play a huge role in your detoxification and healing is not already motivating enough for you, then I'd encourage you to get as open-minded as you can about what exercises you might like to try. Brainstorm if possible, and if in doubt, borrow equipment from other people, go along to trial classes, and you never know what might stick. You never know what might vibe with you. Ask your friends what they do, and if they're enthusiastic about their activities, then consider going along with them. Which leads us into our next point. Let your social group be your fitness group. If your current circle of friends gets together by sitting in the pub, drinking alcohol, watching movies, eating junk food and going to bed late, then the truth is you might have to invest in some new friends. And that might sound pretty harsh, but it can happen organically and naturally over time. When you start becoming more active, you start going along and engaging in other activities that are new to you, you might just find people coming into your reality that are more in line, more conducive to your new goals of health. When you start taking notice, most towns are full of people who are not necessarily fitness fanatics, but they're interested in moving their body more, engaging in a sporting activity and finding like-minded people. So have a look. Use Facebook, use Meetup, use these things to try and find groups that are close to you. And if there isn't anything around that's suitable, then consider starting one yourself. A local Facebook post could be as simple as, "Hi neighbours, I'm a complete beginner to cycling, but I'd like to start riding a short loop around town at the weekend if anyone else would like to join. Thanks, Greg and his rusty old mountain bike." Our final mantra is, make being active a dependency. When you make being physically active something that your life depends on, then you start thinking more about your life in general and your life running smoothly than just being active. And so the effect that this has is you have no reason to make excuses. I personally choose to not own a car, which was quite a big move for me coming from working as an automotive engineer. I was big into cars, but now I solely rely on my bicycle for transport. So that means that if I need to go anywhere, if I have to go shopping, if I have to go and see friends, or anything else that I like to do, I have to rely on my bike for that, or at least rely on a combination of biking, walking, and public transport. consider getting a job that requires you to be physically active, even if that's just a part-time job that sits alongside what you already do. Deliver leaflets, become a postie, or if you like cycling, pick up some shifts with Deliveroo or Uber Eats. This way, you're actually getting paid to pump your lymph and improve your circulation. You're being paid to heal your eczema. You don't necessarily have to be as radical as me. However, I would suggest that radical actions will deliver radical results.